Bonjour! Now this week's Bazenga is definitely gonna be one for the books. Her musical prowess is extremely undisputed. She is very, very beautiful, very, very talented, and she's currently working behind the scenes akifanya sound check nini nini as she gets ready for her event. We're gonna be linking up with her. Her name is Mayonde! Twende kazi tumuone, tumsalimie kidogo, have all that chit chat and get to learn more about her and why exactly we haven't had a song from her for the past 4 years, man. So as you can see, she's currently on stage looking extremely beautiful. Anafanya sound check yake. Let's hijack her kidogo and then have a conversation with her. I do. Kamakawaiida. I do. Oh my goodness. Let me start by saying you're absolutely beautiful in person.
Thank you, as are you.
Thank you so much. How have you been?
I've been good, I've been well. Yeah.
How's the new year treating you?
Whew, it's been hectic. I've just been on 100 since the year started, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be working.
Maybe we can have a seat as you tell me how your year began, because she started on a high note in Egypt, man. Let's go. Oh my goodness. So at the beginning of this year, you shared a video of yourself looking very beautiful at the World Youth Forum, representing the country. Oh my goodness, how was that?
Oh my gosh, it was such a beautiful, life-changing experience. I'm really grateful. I got to work with artists from all over the world and perform on a world stage in front of presidents and kings. So that was really amazing.
And you're a last born in a family of 4. Which of your siblings did you tell the moment you actually got the news that you were going to be performing in Egypt?
So I actually bumped into my sister in the mall because I found out I was going to Egypt like a day before I left. So she found me in the mall shopping on like the 1st of January, literally the first day of the year. And I hadn't been sure I was going till then. That's when I got my visa and my tickets. So I was like, wow, I'm going to Egypt. She was so shocked. She was like, what, you're going to Egypt tomorrow? What do you mean? So it just happened to be by chance that she was in the mall that I was shopping in. Yeah.
Niambia uliona a few pyramids there, because that's always the highlight of being in Egypt.
Yeah, so it's my second time in Egypt, but this is the first time I got to go to the pyramids and see the Sphinx, and I also got to swim in the Red Sea, which was really amazing. So yeah, I did the touristy things.
And of course, you went to high school in State House Girls, and you were quite active in a lot of clubs, including the choir. But it wasn't always that way. You were bullied a bit by certain people, and there are a lot of girls who go through that. Speak to the young Mayonde in State House Girls, who was going through the most, and how she beat that to be as confident as she is today.
Oh yeah, so it was very interesting. I came from a very Barbie background. Like I went to Makini and then I ended up in State House Girls, and it wasn't cool to be a Barbie at all. Like to speak English, you're supposed to like sound a certain way. So that's where I felt like I didn't fit in. But I guess I overcame it by getting into clubs, getting into choir, getting into drama, and that's where I made friends and found people who would accept me for who I am. So I guess it's just important to go after what you're passionate about and to focus on the good. Even if there's some bad in a situation, don't focus on that. Try to look for what brings you joy, what makes you happy, where is your tribe. And for me, I found them in choir and in drama. Yeah.
That is so, so beautiful. So maybe look for a talent and people who value you for who you are. Now, talking about someone who valued your talent, someone you were introduced to at Kijiji Records, that is Blackman. How was that encounter with him? You've spoken about him being a mentor in your career. How was that experience and how much impact did it have in your music career?
Well, I guess I'm proud of my younger self because I really did go after what I wanted. And so I wanted to be a recording artist, and I knew I wanted to start as a backing vocalist. And so when I met Blackman, initially it was just to be a backing vocalist in his hip-hop group. And I used to call Kijiji Records every day because I had a CD with the number. So I used to call every day and be like, do you need backing vocalists? Do you need backing vocalists? And eventually my sister introduced me to Blackman and Mavuno Church, and yeah, that's when I got my audition. But I believe it's because I took those steps, trying to go after what I wanted, being persistent, and eventually something opens up. So I guess that's the big takeaway, like to really go after what you want and not sit around waiting for it. Even if you get 100 no's, eventually a door will open. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. You've spoken about being a background vocalist. We saw you a bit in Cog Studio working with different talented acts from all over Africa. How was that experience for you?
It was so eye-opening. I guess seeing artists who are established, who are making money as artists. Before then, I'd only been really exposed to Kenyan artists and how many Kenyan artists were making like a living, like a good living out of their artistry. So Cog Studio exposed me to artists from all over the continent, and being able to see how they carry themselves, being able to see how seriously they take their artistry, as well as also the Kenyan acts that came on the show. But it almost felt like they were the exception. The artists from Kenya who would come on Cog Studio were like 5, you know, and it's like there were only 5 successful acts. Now there are so many more, but at the time, Cog Studio was eye-opening because I got to see such a vast array of artists and realize that, yeah, it is something that you can make a living from.
Now, for any single Kenyan ukisikia tu feeling so fresh, you obviously have to continue and sing along till the very end. 2017 was a good year for you, working with 3 queens on the track, as Kagwe puts it on at the beginning of the song. You, Mudhoni, the drama queen, and the phenomenal woman, Fenegitu, and obviously working with Kagwe himself and Blinky Bill on Kamakawaiida. How was it?
Oh, it was such a beautiful experience working with those guys. First, being able to collaborate as women and being able to do something dope and fresh that people responded to, but also the joy of working with other artists, really the joy of putting together something with other artists and being a community, connecting. Those are things that you can miss out on as an artist because the journey can be very lonely. So it was a nice experience getting to work with such amazing artists and learning from them and seeing their process and realizing that, yeah, things are better when you collaborate. They just are.
You also had your own track that was equally as big, Nairobi. I believe
It's the amazing thing about being an artist. In Kenya specifically, like you need almost just one good song and it'll open doors for you. Of course you have to be consistent and keep putting out content, but yeah, there's so much power that comes with a hit song that I experienced with those 2 songs.
And you've also performed in a lot of international stages, and that is a blessing that a lot of artists don't usually get. You performed in Amsterdam at the Peace International Concert in 2014. You took part in a musical theater show, Out of Africa Magic Kenya, that toured Europe in 2012. How is that?
Wow, Europe is a whole other ball game. Oh my gosh, the structures they have for their artists and the opportunities that are there for musicians are just amazing. And also for the Masterpiece concert, I got to work with artists from all over the world. It was the first time I got to work with an orchestra. So really just great experiences as a musician. And again, getting to witness artists from now all over the world and seeing what their music sounds like, seeing what their lives look like, and realizing, wow, this world is so big. It's so big and it's so vast, and there's so many different kinds of music. So I appreciate the exposure and also the opportunity to travel and see new places and meet new people. It's something that expands you as a person.
And obviously we finish off our interviews with a quick fire. So 5 quick fire questions. You answer with something that comes to the top of your mind. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you down?
I'm down.
All right, question number 1. If you were to share a stage with an international artist that you have been thinking about for the longest time ever, who would it be and why?
Beyonce, because she's bae and I love her, and that would just be such a great show. I can see it in my head.
If there was an artist in Kenya you were to invite for a Christmas brunch, who would you invite? Because unajua chakula yako itaenda to waste.
Oh, so I'm thinking someone who's gonna eat a lot. Let me say my friend Kagwe.
Oh, Kagwe doesn't even look like he eats that much.
Oh, I think he likes food. I think he's a foodie. Yeah, he'd appreciate the food.
What's that one thing you can't leave the house without?
My phone.
That song you listen to before you go on stage to hype yourself up.
Ooh, I think Beyonce, Freakum Dress.
Well, I love your taste. And obviously your favorite accessory and why?
My favorite accessory would have to be gold hoop earrings. I just feel like they go with everything.
And they absolutely look beautiful on you.
Thank you so much.
And as we wrap up, of course, there are a lot of youngsters who are watching back at home who draw a lot of inspiration from you. Haujatupatia mziki for a while, and we're obviously expecting a little something. So a bit of motivation as you tell us if you are working on something. Is it collaborations? Is it personal projects? What should we expect with the year that has started with a bang for you?
Yes, I'm working on my first project in a long while. And yeah, it's gonna be kind of trap soul, trap R&B situations like this. And I'm also exploring gospel because I reconnected with my faith. So yeah, that should be interesting. Look out for that. And yeah, keep chasing your dreams to all the young people watching. It never stops.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for giving us your time. I have enjoyed myself spending a bit of time with you.
Same here.
Hope to have you back, man. But of course, let us know who you want to see next right here on Bazenga on Teen Republic. Fika pale kwenye Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Ubanje na sisi utuambie nani unataka kuona hapa next, and we'll definitely be featuring them. This has been Bazenga on Teen Republic.